I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
That's Booby.
And ghosty and salty.
Serenity. For timely topical political commentary, you can hit us up at Middle America with Vin and Sori.
True.
Speaking of Middle America with Vin and Sori, if you are subscribed to that channel, you will also know when we're doing our firesides. Right? So firesides is when we just go to hang out, talk, shop, whatever. And speaking of firesides, Gershok actually did an interview with us in Fireside.
That's true.
So this is X from Gershok. It's kind of he's actually one of the most generous people I've seen. So we've got a tier on Patreon where you can get a band reviewed. And if you want details on that, email us vinandsori@gmail.com. And instead of using all of those tickets for himself,
I know.
He forwards his Patreon tickets and credits to other bands to get them exposure, which I think is a really stand-up thing to do.
I agree.
So this is Dimhall. I'm assuming that these guys originate from Cali.
He said that they're Swedish.
They're Swedish.
Progressive metal band.
Okay. Whoa, and so the band actually, he's got a relationship with the band, obviously, they messaged him, so this should be very, very interesting. Prog metal, it's an 8-minute song, so let's go for it. Dimhall.
Okay.
I like the name of the band already.
Go.
Go! Full. That was a very good song. Thank you very much.
Honey, did you find that the lyrics were like basically what we've been talking about? Isn't that wild?
That's funny to me. That was the drive home.
I know, yeah.
It was the drive home. We were talking about that. About how you don't necessarily have to be unhappy. You know, like when he started at the top, we was talking about I feel so serene within, a sensation like apathy. Yet a contrast in every way. So it's like, you've got a serene life, it's a peaceful life, you know what to expect the next day, yada, yada, yada. But that type of living makes you apathetic. Mm-hmm. So you're not like completely unhappy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, a certain situation happened with you and your other person. But we were talking about like you not necessarily being unhappy.
Right.
It was just, it's an everyday thing and whatever. And
yeah.
It's, it creates that sense of apathy and boredom. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's ever been a year in my life when I've had okay, this is what to expect tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Today will be different.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I know tomorrow we're gonna homeschool the kids, mm-hmm. but I don't know what's gonna happen after that. Mm-hmm. I know we're in the middle of cutting videos for a themed week that we have next week, but other than that, we don't really know what's gonna happen day to day.
Yep.
And I think there's enough continuity and novelty to where we have it set pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And I think, being able to do school actually has a grounding effect on all of us, because if you just left it to me, we'd be all over the place. Those are the facts. You know it, and I know it.
True.
What about this song reminded you of us?
Well, the whole thing, so he says, I went into the black, never thought on coming back, and now it has changed me forevermore. So, like, that part was kind of crazy.
Yeah. Why?
Well, a couple things. One of them is he's saying that he went into the black and then it like completely changed him. And then when he said forevermore, like the play on there with that word that kind of sounds like another word that is in your phone a lot.
Oh.
And so the going to the black and the evermore thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then but then he
That's
goes...
funny.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. Then he goes on to say, my world has seen a new dawn, which to me seemed like it was reminding me of like us, a sense of harmony and bliss. Now nothing will or can destroy me. We'll walk the road less traveled. And that, again, was just like us, because it was like, okay, like you have a new dawn and there's new things that are happening in your life and we're married now and... like nothing's going to destroy us or destroy it, and we're going to walk a road less traveled, because the type of life that we live and the decisions that we make for ourselves and for our family is a road less traveled. But it's exciting and I love it, and I think that it's really cool, and I feel bad for people that don't have that. But then he says, reaching a state of calm tranquility as snow falls on winter's night. Which, again, is just like, I like it when I can see you resting. Like, I remember when we first got together and you would, like, lean up against the wall with no pillow or anything behind your head. And I would be like, doesn't your head hurt? And sometimes you'd even have a headache and you were doing that. And I'm like, why don't you put a pillow behind your head? And you just were like, it wasn't important to you. But, like, now I'll see you, like, laying on the cushy bed. And even laying on the cushy bed, you'll get a pillow propped under your head. And I'm like, that's good. Like, I like it that you're noticing and you're wanting to be comfortable. And so, like, you're not so acclimated to discomfort that you don't even notice when your head is smashed up against a hard wall. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So, reaching a state of calm, tranquility as snow falls on winter's night. I just thought that was cool. Kind of reminded me, too, of there was that night that we pulled up the couch to the window and we opened up the shades and we just watched the snow fall and the wind was blowing and kind of circling it in the street light and stuff. And it was pretty and calming and just, I don't know, it was just a cool moment. For me, this was just all about us. You want me to keep going?
Yeah, go for it, sure.
Okay. You went too far, though.
Road Less Travels was where we left off.
Yeah. Reliving a spring of placidity. What is that word?
Placidity is like peacefulness.
Okay. Beauty in the changeful seasons. And then I was thinking, because we were talking about winter is so long and depressing in Maine, and so fall is beautiful, but it leads into winter, and so it kind of can bring on those, like, if you're already somebody that struggles with depression, it can kind of like make you feel like kind of low and depressed when you start seeing, you can feel the temperature changing, the smell of the air changes, it kind of gets a sweeter smell because all the leaves are changing and stuff. But you can kind of feel like, meh. And I've always felt depressed in the fall, and he has also felt depressed in the fall, but this fall, like, we're excited. We're, like, excited for the fall with each other. I'm like, I'm gonna bake some apple crisp, and we're gonna have a good time. And he's like, let's go for some walks in the fall air and stuff. And we were outside, like, a couple days ago, and it just had that, like, fall feel to it where it was cold and kind of whatever. And, like, usually when that feel happens, like, on my skin, inside I feel the chill, but we were out together and I didn't feel that chill. Like, I just felt your warmth. It was nice. So it was cool. So I'm like, okay. So then when he was talking about the new seasons, you know, beauty and the changeful seasons, like seasons as in literal seasons, and then also seasons as in our lives are different. We are changing. You know, we've talked about marriages change. Like, you go through seasons in your marriage where there's times you're gonna work through these issues, and there's other times where it's just kind of like hanging out, and there's other times where it's, you know, deep and passionate, and there's all these different phases. And so, like, this phase I think is just really fun. Like, we're just having fun with each other, and it's like, you know, whatever, it's just really cool. So then
which I'm really actually, like, you know, we had one really good summer.
We did.
And, you know, you were always kind of looking back to that as like, oh, if we can get back there.
Yeah. I stopped doing that.
And I was saying, we need to worry about making better nows.
Yeah.
We can't worry about back then. Like,
Yeah.
we gotta make, and now, like, the zone we're in right now, it's a
sweet spot. It's very fun.
It's a pretty good spot.
Whoa, is today the day we were supposed to be bringing her to the, Hello?
No, she's...
Hi, honey.
Hi.
Hi. I'm just making sure you guys haven't forgotten.
Is it... Wait,
It's tonight.
Oh, it is. Okay. What time am I supposed to pick you up?
3 o'clock.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you called.
We will pick you up.
I
We-
checked,
Huh?
I checked a couple different places, and I said, I haven't heard from her. I'm getting nervous.
Yep. Well, we'll be there at 3 o'clock. We're going to finish recording right now.
Okay. All right.
All right. I love you.
So much.
Bye.
Bye.
Where was the sound coming from?
The computer or something. Oh, probably the headphones. Because the headphones are hooked up. Okay, so...
Well, okay, y'all. So
we got her.
Oh,
We
it's a
got-
video? Stop it! Stop it!
I know, this is perfect.
No, I just put my tongue out.
Yes, it's perfect.
I
It
was
was
just-
cute.
So Sori's mom apparently doesn't understand how these things work. So we dropped off at the airport.
Yep,
Everybody's
we're on time.
fine. Now back to the review. Vin out.
Sorry out. Bye.
Oh, you gotta say Sori's mom or.
Sorry's mom. Over and out.
there's that. Continue.
So then this part right here where it says joy was deemed to elude me, now that it fills me, I start to doubt it. Could I breathe without the air you give me, or am I now complete a whole? Like, that whole idea of I'm really happy right now. Like, am I good? Like, or is everything just kind of go backwards again? So that was like really like, because we talked about that. Like, we talk about, well, it feels really good. Like, do we have to, you know, like, we're just so happy and enjoying our family and like doing homeschooling together, and everything seems to be going really good. So then you kind of start second guessing. I don't know.
Well, I also think it's kind of like, could I breathe without the air you give me, or am I now complete a whole?
Yeah.
And I think what he's trying to figure out is, or she, because I think she was singing this part. I think what is being explored is like, now that things are going well, it's like a chicken or the egg thing. Are we doing so well because now we're two whole people? Or am I doing so well because you're in my life and you're
Right.
giving me the air I breathe? In which
Yeah.
case, that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that was
Yeah.
recognized, and I'm glad that question is there, because I do think that
Yeah.
there's a certain type of completeness that happens when two people are brought together. But
I don't think you can
I-
find that completeness if you're not finding yourself whole. You know what I mean?
Right. You have to know who you are as a person and be grounded in yourself.
Yeah.
So there's some sort of give and take, but I really think that that's such an important question to ask and such an important, like, even mindset to have, and how how do you not be codependent and things like that. It's a really, really challenging thing to do, to be able to stand on your own and yet be, you know, like, we're so compatible, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know? So and the musicianship was crazy, man. Like, I love the heavy parts. I love the melody. I love the keyboard. A lot of prog bands, it's just, look what I can do.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I like the guy's voice. I love the girl's voice.
Epic stuff, man.
I will say, my one complaint is the vocals weren't loud enough. I wanted the vocals, like, I felt like I was trying to turn it up so I could hear those vocals louder.
Yeah, but I think what's the challenge if you're a producer with prog music is so many things are happening at the same time, and there's so many unique, like, you'll hear unique chord progressions and signatures and stuff in a prog song, and everybody wants that to be featured. Otherwise, you would not be a prog band.
Right.
So it's I hear you. I wish his vocals were up a little bit higher in the mix, but I also understand what they were doing. I get it. You're a prog band. I get it.
Yeah.
You know, but I would have also have liked his voice a little bit higher. Although the girl did a really, really good job.
Yes, she
her
did.
name is Madeline Legistam. Forgive me, sister, if I messed up your name. She's not in the band, but she did a guest appearance. Really, 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 really good song. Really good, and it's just hilarious because that's literally what we were talking about on the drive.
When he said scroll down, there was like one part, you actually highlighted it because I saw it and I was like, oh. And then scroll up, something about being together, like,
Was the word together used?
I can't remember now. Try together.
No.
It was something about, like,
Steadfast we stand.
No, it was something. Keep winter soul. I feel like scroll down. I feel my body inside our gates have opened up to me. I don't know. You highlighted it too. It stuck out to both of us.
Well, I didn't highlight it because it stuck out. I just highlighted it because I wanted you to see where we were in the song.
Yeah.
It's not because it stood out to me.
Oh, it was like something that we were saying. Ah, gosh, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. But this is actually one of my favorite, probably if not my favorite relationship song because it's very balanced.
Yeah.
It's asking the right questions, but it also talks about life before and after the person and how much impact a person can have on your life, while at the same time being mindful of the fact that you can't make them your complete savior. And I love that. Love it. What do you get the song?
Oh, I'm gonna go with 9.8, 9.9. I really liked it. What are you giving it?
This is a 10 for me.
Really? I think I'm gonna do it.
And
I'm jumping in with you, babe. It's a 10.
Yeah, it's a song that I am going to listen to again and again and again, especially when it gets to that middle part.
Yep.
I thoroughly enjoyed that part.
Yep.
So thank you very much, Mr. X, sir. 10 for me. What do you got it?
10.
All right, and we got to pick up Sori's mom now. I don't know if that even came off on the camera, but
Yeah, I think that they'll hear some of it.
Yeah, I mean, you can edit it if you want, but I think
No, I'll leave it.
pretty cool. Vin
Right.
out.
Sorry out.
Gone.